The Cougars' losing streak did not end Friday night as an underdog to a break-even Boise State squad in LaVell Edwards Stadium before a crowd of 59,753, many of whom came to see if the Unicorns suited up in blue. Boise State scored 24 unanswered points, including a bludgeoning 16-play scoring drive to start the fourth quarter to extend the morning and pain of Kalani Siddiq's humbled 1-5 team. BYU's offense, inspired by the return of its starting quarterback, Tanner Mangum, rose up for a brief while at the beginning of this game. But mistakes, penalties on crucial drive-extending plays, features popular in all 5 losses, extended BYU's reign of futility. Credit Boise State. Blame, wins are due both with the Cougars. BYU's defense played tough until the Broncos wore it down. Boise State outgained BYU 304-238 in total yards. The Cougars rushed for just 66-158 for BSU, but outpassed the Broncos 172-142 yards. Mangum finished 18 of 33 for 164 yards and 2 interceptions. Mangum's return did give BYU's entire football team a boost. He was courageous. He was needed. He tried his best and gave his all. It wasn't enough. He ended up fighting some of the offense's same bad execution of September. Heavily taped and wearing what looked like a brace under his sock on his left leg, Mangum came out against Boise State looking more sharp, more confident and more capable than he did during his start against Portland State. Using the shotgun formation exclusively and plays designed by Ty Detmer to have him get rid of the ball quickly and mix in some power runs by freshman Ula Toludau, the Cougars marched down the field on their first offensive possession and scored on a 10-play drive. Mangum looked crisp, his timing dead on. He looked confident, energetic, and not only was his offense feeding off his presence, but the defense looked and played like they just found its long-lost golden retriever. Early, Mangum found freshman Matt Bushman for a quick strike. He mixed in handoffs to Squally Canada and Toludau. He tossed a pass to Jonah Trineman and then Talon Shumway. Boise State was on its collective heels. Mangum was 4 for 4 for 31 yards. When Toludau raced in for a 3-yard score, it felt like a huge brick had been lifted off BYU's football team, victims of a 4-game losing streak. BYU led 7-0. It was simply the best opening drive of the season for BYU's offense. Not even close. It was rainbows and candy. Mangum completed 8 of his first 9 passes. Then, old familiar ghosts appeared. On BYU's second possession, Bushman caught a 9-yard pass and Toludau converted the first down on a carry for 2 yards. Detmer was feeling so good about things he called for Mangum to take a shot downfield to Trineman. Incomplete. Facing a 3rd and 8, Detmer called a tunnel screen to Bo Tanner that worked. It got all the yards to continue. The race was on. But wait, a tackle, getting in position late, blocked a BSU defender in the back. Rewind. Step it back. Start over, 10 yards back, 3rd and 18. That is all the stopped momentum BSU needed to get fired up, see a vision of a win. BSU outscored BYU 17-0 the rest of the first half. Mangum forced a second quarter pass which safety Kako Anawavhim returned 51 yards to set up a field goal. A tired BYU defense, who'd seen this show a week ago in Logan, tried to hold on, down 10-7 before half. It couldn't. BSU quarterback Brett Ripien gobbled up a heightened sense of momentum and gashed BYU's secondary down the middle time and time again until he found Sean Modster for a 24-yard TD with 36 seconds left before food and bathroom breaks. BSU 17, BYU 7. What went wrong? BYU's offense screamed for consistency and execution. Mangum's return was big, but it was the cycling of a third quarterback in 6 weeks. Toludau had just 2 carries in the second half. Again, the offense missed a crucial piece, a rhythm by a unit that is begging for success, a series of good drives. Mangum threw his second pick with 5 minutes to play in the game when he looked at Bushman, trying to make a big play. It backfired. BYU's win search is extended. The team is running out of angles, closed-door meetings, and optimistic speeches. With 2 minutes left, freshman QB Joe Critchlow ended his redshirt season with an appearance which left everyone wondering if it was more than a cameo. Now it's off to Starksville and those cowbells. BYU already has a loud ringing in its collective ears, and it won't go away.